Hi, welcome to another tutorial. In this video, we are going to look at loops in programming. There are certain times in programming that you may want to perform a task repetitively, or you want to do something over and over again. This calls for the use of loops. So a loop is simply a programming structure that enables you to do something, the same thing over and over again. Now there are different types of loops in Qbasic. We have the do while loop, we have the do until loop, and then we have the for loop. So these are the three loops we'll be looking at in this video and the subsequent videos. So let's get started. In order to work with loops, I want us to define a single variable, which is number. So I'm going to deem number as integer, and then we assign number a value of 1. Okay, now this is the syntax of a loop. So what we want to do, we want to start with the do while loop. So we can say do, then the while is a condition you are giving to the loop. So we can say do while number is less than 10. So then what do you want to do inside? So here you simply type the block of code you want to execute. So block of code you want to execute. Okay, but rather this number less than 10 is your condition. So let's enter, simply print the number back to us, and then the last thing you need to do is the keyword loop. Now let me explain this one more time. What you are saying here is that do while number is less than 10. So the Qbasic compiler will check what is number. Number has a value of 1. So it is going to be do while 1 is less than 10. Is it true? If it is true, then it will print the variable number, which will be 1. Then loop means go back to line 5 or do it again. So it will check what is the value of number now. Number is still 1. Is 1 less than 10? If it is yes, it will print. So it will keep doing that. In this case, we've not found a way of incrementing number, so number would always be 1, meaning our loop will run forever. So let's try it. So you can see that our loop is running continuously forever until you run out of memory on your machine. So this is what we call an infinite loop. It doesn't end, it will never end. So let's find a way of incrementing number. Now in programming, the way to do that is to say number is equal to number plus 1. Now this is a common practice across many programming languages, and this is how to increase a particular number by 1. If we wanted to increase by 2, we should just put 2 here. If you wanted to increase by 3, 3 here. In this case, we want to increase by 1. So now let's go over the logic, and normally do this with loops if you want to understand. So first, number is 1. So when we come here, do while 1 is less than 10. Is 1 less than 10? Is true, yes. So it will print number. Then it will go to the second line. I told you that this line increments number by 1. So it will simply add 1 to number. So now number is 2, not 1. Then it will loop, meaning it will come and check the condition again. This time number is 2, so the condition will read is 2 less than 10, which is still true, so it will execute. Number will be increased to 3. It comes back, is 3 less than 10? So it will continue until number is 9. Is 9 less than 10, which is still true? Then it will execute for the last time. So this particular loop is going to execute when number is 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 9. But the moment number becomes 10, the loop breaks and then it doesn't execute. So this particular piece of code here is going to print 9 times. So we can run it. So we have our results. Now it's worth noting that the syntax for a do while loop can be written differently. In other words, we could also write it like this. So do, and then we can have print number, and then we can have number is equals to number plus 1, and then we can loop while we bring our condition at the bottom. So this is exactly the same loop as this, but the syntax is different. So please take notice of this. Any of them will give you the same result. So let me simply remove this, and then let's run to see whether the other will give us the same results. Oh, there's a typo. So let's run to see whether the other this will give us the same results as the other. So we have is the same results. Perfect. So this is how we use the do while loop. So you can play around with it and then you get to know it better. Kindly subscribe to my channel if you've not already done that. Thank you.